Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Thrive with Stride. And guys, we did get a chance to see the Shambridges or the Sham Bridges or the copier edges, the cosplayers. And I don't mean the kids, guys. I don't mean the kids when I say this. I mean them people, them two people. They put out this Christmas card, guys, that is so full of cosplay and copying and just, I just thought that was nuts. So the way that they are wearing the jeans and the black and the white and everything that Harry and Meghan ever does. You know what, guys? I am so hoping that Harry and Meghan puts out a card. They usually do put out a card every year, but I want a card that is giving us, when a couple years back when they had the two kids and this picture. I want this picture here. I want a picture like this year because they need to have something that is just amazing this year, because this year has been kind of like I saw a headline earlier saying, oh, was this year the Sussex's worst year? No, biatches. This was not their worst year. You know what was their worst year? 2020, when they actually left and when things went really bad and they had to leave. That was their worst year. This is one of their years. Okay, it's not their worst year. I don't know. These people are nuts. Anyways. So I'm hoping that they have a beautiful picture like this one and this year with the kids and everything. And it's totally up to them. They don't have to show us the kids, guys. I know every time you say something like this, people get upset. They don't have to show us, but it's totally up to them. But I don't get the fact that Harry and Meghan are out there trying to hide their kids. I don't see it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't look to me like if they're trying to hide their kids. They're trying to protect their kids, that's for sure. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm hoping to see a nice card from the Sussexes, and it will be the complete opposite of whatever that crap was that the Cambridges or the Shambridges or whatever they're called nowadays, guys. The Prince and the Princess of Wales, and like I say, when I say the Prince and the Princess of Wales, I mean the whales in the ocean, guys. But you know what? Moving on to other stuff here, guys. And guys, I must say, finally, the channel has been remonetized. I did delete a couple things on the channel, a couple of things that I thought maybe were the problem. We'll see how it goes, guys. I have zero faith in anything here. But you know what? I will try to do my best, and we will see, guys. So you know what, guys? Yeah, if you want to send any super chats or super stickers, it's right there. You can do it if you want. You can still do buy me a coffee. You can still do Patreon. And if you want to join my channel, what I'm doing, I'm not going to offer channel memberships for the channel, but you can do it on Patreon. So I'm doing it on Patreon now, so that anything happens, because what happened is, to be honest, I'll tell you the truth, what happened. Every time I lose, my channel loses monetization or whatever, for whatever reason. Every time that happens, I lose channel members, because I used to have at least maybe 10 channel members, and now, every time that YouTube decides to demonetize my channel, I end up losing all of my channel members. And then people, sometimes they join back and sometimes they don't. But if you join, if you want to help my channel and you want to help me here on this channel to be able to just be here, you can do it on Patreon. You can join my channel on Patreon, and also buy me a coffee. I think I have one channel member, and it's Lydia Washington on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much, Lydia, for always supporting me. I will always be here, even if, guys, you see me take a couple days or whatever. It's because I'm busy, because I'm working and all these things, and I'm a single mom. I have a lot on my plate, but I do take the time out to make sure I support the channel and do what I have to do. you won't see me gone for too long. Maybe a couple days, maybe a few, like whatever. It's, it is what it is. It's life. But I will always be here. Sometimes you'll see me like 10 times. You'll see me put out 10 videos in a row or something. And then you don't see me for a week. It doesn't mean anything. I'm here all the time. I'm committed to this. Don't worry about it. I'm committed. So if you want to support my channel, please do on Patreon. There you go. Thank you so much. Or buy me a coffee. Thank you so much. You can do it on those if you want to do the channel memberships. But I do have super chats and super stickers or whatever is available here on this channel. But anyways, let's get to some news apart from the Chambridges doing their thing with their copycat Christmas card. But anyway, so guys, Queen Elizabeth actually wanted, and you know what's funny, guys? I've realized that I'm okay with calling the Queen, because we've always known her as the Queen from the time we were all of us. From the time we were born, she was the Queen. And she will be. And in my opinion, the Queen is that, and that's it. The Queen, there's nobody else on this earth that I'm going to call a Queen. Unless it's like, okay, maybe, but, for instance, like from an African country or something. And, because they're not oppressing anyone. As far as I know. I could be wrong, but all I'm saying is I retire the whole thing about king and queen now. It retired with the death of the queen, the actual Queen Elizabeth. Because in my opinion, yes, she was the queen, because that's all we knew from the time we were born, most of us. She lived to 96, I think, was it? Or 90, whatever she lived to, 96, I think. But you know what? That was it. That was a whole lifetime. So I'm done with the whole queen thing. Nobody else is the queen as far as I'm concerned. She was the queen, and that's just because she was there all this time, and that's it. Anybody else that comes along, they're not my queen and they're not my king, and I don't have any. And another thing, guys. Oh, I must tell you. My daughter is in the Air Cadets. She joined the Air Cadets about a couple months back, and she has been sworn in as an Air Cadet, right? An Air Cadet. But now, guys, you know what happened when she was in her sworn in thing? Guys, you know what happened? My daughter had to, along with all the other kids. You know who they had to swear allegiance to? Can you believe it? And of course, I live in Canada. They had to swear allegiance to that man that y'all call a king. I was so miffed. I was miffed, honestly speaking. I really do hope that Canada wakes up and smells the coffee. I mean, not even the people in the European countries want them. Not even Australia and like all these other places. They don't even want them. Why is it that Canada, all the way in North America, is letting kids swear allegiance to that man? I don't get it. And I haven't seen any what do you call it? I haven't seen any money with him on it yet. And I'm hoping that it never happens, guys. I'm okay with the Queen one, fine, whatever. That's tradition that's been there forever. But I don't want that man on any of my money, to be honest. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, my daughter had to swear allegiance to that man. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I was going to throw up, guys. I was so angry. I don't know. I'm kind of hurt by that. I don't want that at all. I just hope Canada grows a pair and just like all the other, everybody else is kicking them out. What is going on? What is going on with Canada? But anyways, another thing too, talking about the monarchy and everything. Apparently I saw this, and I heard people talking about it. This whole thing with William and how he's gonna lead, and he's gonna get rid of the Commonwealth, and he's gonna lead with vengeance. And his whole reign is pretty much gonna be directed at Harry and Meghan, pretty much. So thank God. You know what? Harry knew what he was doing, guys, when he decided that he was gonna marry somebody who has nothing to do with that country and the craziness that goes on there. When it comes to that monarchy, Harry knew exactly what he was doing when he chose Meghan to because he didn't choose an English rose, and I mean, there you go. He didn't choose an English rose. He chose an American, somebody who he can get out. I think that was Harry's strategy, to get out, because he knew his brother. Guys, he's known his brother all this time, and he knows what his brother's whole thing is. I believe that's why Harry decided to go with somebody like Meghan, and he didn't marry one of those aristocratic girls. And I'm happy that Harry has gotten out and doing his thing, because William's whole reign, if it ever happens, guys, is going to be all about vengeance towards his brother and Meghan, his brother and his brother's wife and his, his descendants. And I don't know why. And by the way, when my daughter was sworn in, and she had to pledge allegiance to that man that y'all call a king, she also kind of did to Harry and his kids as well, because they said his descendants, all the descendants. So it's crazy, guys. I'm like, in this day and age, why are they still doing this? But this is what it is. And my daughter is she's an ear cadet, and she loves it. But I just didn't like the fact that she had to pledge allegiance to King Charles III and his descendants. So basically she did Harry as a descendant, and Archie and Lily. Yeah, that's what happened. But anyways, guys, let's move on. But yeah, so like I was saying though, before I move on, it seems like if Willie, his whole reign is gonna be, if it happens, guys, because I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. He wants to get rid of the Commonwealth, which is good, because we don't want him either. We want him to listen. It'd be good if they do it right now. Do it right now, people. Just dissolve the whole thing. We don't need them. But either way, his whole reign is gonna be all about sticking it to his brother and his brother's family. And like I said, I believe because Harry grew up with this man and he knows who this man is. Harry did this because he had to get out of there. Otherwise, who knows what would happen? Thank God that Harry saw the foresight and just got out of Dodge before that man, because they would have never, guys, they would have been fighting all the time. Because that other man, the man that y'all call a king, and the other one, that's what I'm gonna refer to that man that y'all call a king, and Willie. I'm gonna either call him Willie or that other man. But Harry knew who these people are, and come on. Harry, we all saw what has happened, and it was also in the book as well. The people that they pretty much, I think the guy is called Simon Case. They pretty much chose him over Harry and all this. It was all in the book, all in Endgame. And, I love the fact that Endgame went into a lot of things that Harry did not get into. Harry did not spill all the secrets of that family. No, he didn't. Harry actually went pretty light, and he actually did his own. Actually, he kind of told his own story. That was his story. And he didn't bash his family. He didn't expose their secrets. No, he didn't. He told a couple stories, but those were light. The real tea, he did not tell or spill the real tea. And that's why I'm glad that Endgame, Omid Scobie's book, actually went into a lot more of what Harry did not get into. So, anyway. So let's move on to the Queen Elizabeth wanted effective security for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry amid threats, a letter reveals. Okay, we all heard about this. Okay, so it says here the letter was submitted on Friday as part of evidence in Prince Harry's libel case against a UK newspaper. Queen Elizabeth's wish for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to have continued security ahead of their move to the US in 2020, according to a newly revealed letter. Of course, guys, I don't even know why people thought that she wouldn't want them to have security. She actually loved Harry, and she really appreciated Meghan as well. I believe she really liked Meghan because, like I said, she took Meghan on that trip with her on the train She wouldn't have done that if she didn't like Meghan. I'm telling you. She did that because she wanted to show her appreciation for her. And of course, we also found out in the end that Queen Elizabeth was not pretty much running things for the last year or two. Like it says it's right here, because I mean, she said, so let's move on here. It says the late Queen said that it was imperative that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex continue to be provided with effective security against extremists. Listen, that means that they pretty much went against everything that the Queen wanted in the last couple of years of her life. The palace, the courtiers, whoever, those people, they all went against everything that the Queen wanted for Harry and Meghan and their kids. It says here, and in a letter from the palace written on her behalf, provided as evidence in the High Court amid Harry's current libel lawsuit against the Daily Mail on Sunday's newspaper. Okay, so it says here, the letter written by the Queen's private secretary, Sir Edward Young, that man's a snake. Is he the one that Harry called the bee? I don't know, but anyways, was sent to the UK Cabinet Secretary Sir Mark Sedwell following the Sanhedrin summit held by the Queen in January 2020. Per the outlet, the gathering of the royal family members at the Queen's country home in Sanhedrin, Norfolk, was famously held to discuss Prince Harry and Meghan's future after they announced their intentions to step down from royal duties on January 8th. You will understand well that ensuring that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex remain safe is of paramount of paramount importance to Her Majesty and her family, the letter noted. The letter read. And then it went on, given the Duke's public profile by virtue of being born into the royal family, his military service, the Duchess's own independent profile, and the well-documented history of targeting of the Sussex family by extremists. I mean, there were, so many threats against the Sussex family. And you would think that would mean something to that man that y'all call a king, but apparently he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He would love them to go the way of his ex-wife. Honestly, and I believe that to my heart, to my core, that man that y'all call a king, he would not care if something happens to that whole Sussex family. He wouldn't give a fuck. He wouldn't give a fuck, people. He wouldn't give a fuck if this was to happen to them. That is my opinion. That's my opinion here. That man that y'all call a king, he just doesn't care about his child. He doesn't care about his child. And his grandkids, he doesn't care about them either. And it shows that he's very weak and vindictive and just a pathetic man, in my opinion. And that's just basically it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care because he would like them to go the way of his ex-wife, Princess Diana. He would love that to happen, because that's what it's showing me here. It's showing me this when I look at everything that I see here. They know. It says here, well-documented history of targeting of the Sussex family by extremists, right? And then they also mentioned the fact of Princess Diana, Harry's mother. What happened to her? I don't think they named her by name, but I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious here. It's kind of like, it's so ridiculous, guys. It's so ridiculous. I just don't believe that man cares about his own son and his son's family. And I'm so happy, guys. Guys, this is the best thing that Harry could have done, is to actually show everything. Whether or not Harry is so smart. You know what's funny? They were all pretending like Harry is so stupid and Harry's this and Harry's that. And they want Harry to be dumb. They thought Harry was dumb, but Harry has learned from the best. Harry has learned all the times that they thought that Harry was checked out, Harry was drunk, Harry was high, Harry was this, Harry was that. Harry was not paying attention. Harry's daft and he's all these things. Harry was paying attention to how his family conducts their life, how his family conducts things. He was paying attention, very much so paying attention. Okay? He was paying attention to how his family treats people, treats each other, and treats him. I'm happy that Harry has put all the evidence here for us to see. He showed us that I would like security. He's letting us know, because a lot of people are of the idea that Princess Diana gave up her security. But like I said, it's possible that she didn't want their security. It's possible because she didn't trust them. She probably didn't trust them anymore. And she was, with good reason, she probably didn't trust him. But she probably, if she was offered security, she probably would have kept it too. We don't know, because she's not here to tell us the story. And every chance they get, they try to cover up everything when it comes to Princess Diana. They're trying to bury her words. They're trying to say, well, she was paranoid. Like Willie, said his mother's paranoid. He's trying to bury her words. He doesn't want interviews that she gave to be shown anymore. All these things. That's covering her words, in my opinion. That's burying her words. But yeah, so like Harry, like I said, has been showing us everything. Everything comes out. The long and short of the story is that Queen Elizabeth wanted Harry and Meghan and the kids to have security. Of course, anyone with an increment of anyone who has any care for these people would want them to have security. I say, some people do say that that the royal family should have security. Of course, they should have security. But you know what I think should happen going forward, honestly speaking? I think they should pay for their own security, because they can well afford their own security. You know what they can do? They can stop depending on the British taxpayers. They can stop that. And if they want to continue being king and queen and this and that and all that, they can be the royal family, but they don't have to take money from the taxpayers, in my opinion. What they can do is make money by, if somebody wants to go and visit whatever, Buckingham Palace and all these places, whatever, Windsor Castle or whatever. If people want to go visit, charge people a little something. I don't know how much it is to go into these places. Maybe $5, $10, whatever. Charge the money, charge people who want to go there. Because trust me, I would never want to go to any of those castles. But the people who want to go, yeah, charge them $5 and make it reasonable so people can afford to do it. If they want to do that, they can go ahead and do it. That's how they could go forward and make their money. They already have the Duchy of Cornwall. They already have all these. They take the money from people who have died before the will, guys. They know how to make money. They don't need the taxpayers, and the taxpayers should not have to pay for their security or pay for them at all. That's my opinion. I don't live there, but that's my opinion. But either way, so like I said, I'm happy that Harry is exposing everything and showing us that this is what he went through. This is what he wants. And this is all historical record here. And it shows that, they lied and they did not do what the Queen wanted. The Queen wanted them to have security, and they kind of went against everything the Queen wanted, and that should say something. But I mean, there's a lot of people who are still under the fog of that mantra. Is like they're under a fog of royalty, in my opinion. It's like they are following, it seems like if they're just following, they're not paying attention to what's going on. And I hope a lot of those people realize that, Yeah, the Queen actually wanted Harry and Meghan to have their security. It's as simple as that. I hope people get that. Anyways, guys, it's gone on a little long here. I also wanted to mention, I thought, guys, do you remember a couple days back, Willie was doing something with the homeless, that paper that they're selling, and he was posing with this homeless guy, and everybody was making fun of the fact that the guy was homeless 2-3 years ago when Willie started, and 2-3 years later, still the guy is still not. The guy is still not. He's still homeless. He doesn't have a home yet. He still doesn't have a home. But Willie keeps posing with the guy, and it's just ridiculous, isn't it? The guy was homeless for the last 2-3 years that Willie has known him, and Willie has like 10 million homes, and this guy is homeless, and Willie keeps posing and using the guy all the time to make himself look good. Isn't that kind of what they do? Isn't that what the royal family do, guys? It's so typical, and they show us exactly what they do. I don't get how anybody could think that they are a good idea, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring you a little bit of what has been going on, and guys, geez, it's been a lot going on. But I hope that this kind of brought things a little into perspective as well for you. I know I talked about a lot of stories, but there was so much going on. And yeah, guys, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be here. I really, like I said, I didn't really go anywhere, but I was still here. If I'm not on this channel, I'm on the other channel. So there you go. But anyways, guys, please remember, like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye. And by the way, if you want to join my channel, if you used to be a channel member on here and you want to keep doing that, you can on Patreon, and either Patreon or buy me a coffee. Okay, those are options. So anyways, guys, have a great one. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.